All right, everybody. Hello. I want to just take a couple minutes here to tell you about this 7th grade science fair project binder. You are going to be using this a lot over the next couple of weeks. This is where everything you need is going to be. In this binder, you are going to find directions for what you need to do. You are going to find examples of what, when you are done with your work, what it should look like. And you are also going to place all of your work within this binder. So it's going to be super important. So just a couple of things. First of all, where are things? So the first thing, if you watched that first video, you should already have this turned on, but the first thing you need is your speaker notes. If you didn't watch the video, up here in the top right corner, you hit the 3 dots. The third thing down says speaker notes. We're going to turn those on. Once those are on, you should see down here in the bottom, you have a place where speaker notes will show up if there are notes on the slide. When you are looking at my screen right now, I have my iPad turned the hamburger way horizontally. On the left side, this is where you'll be able to go through and see all the slides in the presentation. We call those the thumbnails. On the right side, or towards the right side of your screen, this is where you will see the slide and the speaker notes show up. There are a few times, if it's easier for you, this is called editing mode. So right now, if I double tap on something, I am able to edit and change what it says. This is edit mode. To get into presentation mode, up here in the top right, you will see a little play button. If I touch the play button, you will see an option to present on this device. You are able to look at the presentation that way as well, but if you're editing or changing things, you need to be in editing mode, which is what this screen is right here. And the last thing, as far as just kind of housekeeping that I want to show you, anytime you see, so if I look here on this slide, you can see that Science Buddy's topic selection wizard here towards the middle of the page is red and underlined. Anything that you see in a different color like that and underlined is a link. If I touch on it, I should give an option, or I should have an option. I'm going to just move this down a little bit. So if I double tap on it and then hold on it, I should see here something that says open link. So then if I have that, when I open the link, it will take me to a spot where I can see that linked information. Okay, so those are just a few kind of housekeeping things. I also want to show you, I'm going to hit done here. I also want to show you just what our goals are for this first section. So right now I'm just looking at slide number 4. So in this first section, we're going to break it down into a few. In this first section of the research project, you are going to, number 1, be able to select a topic of interest to conduct your research on. Number 2, you're going to evaluate your sources for credibility to use in conducting your research. 3, you are going to break your topic into subtopics and categorize and organize information in a useful way. And 4, you are going to gather information on each of your subtopics using credible sources. So if you look down here, this is the rubric your teacher is going to use to grade your final project. So you can see how those goals kind of connect there. So you're looking for, if you want to meet your standards for this idea and development of your subtopic, you're going to examine a focused topic. You're going to select, organize, and analyze some relevant content, develop your subtopics. So you can see the colors coordinate here, how if you are able to meet all of those goals, how you're going to be graded on that in your final project. And then the last thing I would like to show you is just how your directions are organized. So I'm going to go down here to slide number 7, where it says how to brainstorm ideas. Every page that has something for you to do on it is going to be set up the same way. So I want to take just a minute to show you that. If you look first at the speaker notes at the bottom of my page here, they are organized in the following way. So it will always say what to do on this slide. So for number 1, the first thing you're going to see is an ed puzzle. It says watch this video. Again, in order to open that link, you have to touch on it, and then you should see this little drop-down menu that says open link. So you're going to watch the video first. That's going to give you a video set of directions, a verbal set of directions. Next, you are going to have written directions. So from 2 through the end of however many there are on that slide, those are your written directions. After the written directions, you are going to see example of what this slide will look like when you have completed it successfully. So then you have a link here that you would open that link and it will show you what this slide looks like when it's all filled in. And then the fourth thing is you have a graphic organizer up here on the page. So you can see here, it says ideas that are interesting to me and I want to learn more about from the Science Buddy site. When I double tap into that box, this is when I can begin typing. And this is where I'm going to organize my information or my work. All right, so each slide that I click through, you will see that. Here's the next slide, same thing. On the bottom, you have the Ed puzzle, the written directions, an example, and up here you have a table that you're going to fill in. Okay, so as you go through, you will follow that same direction. Here's what to do, watch this Ed puzzle, complete this source, and a filled in example. All right, so as you move through, please always feel free to stop and ask your teacher any questions as they come up. Once you get to this last slide here, you're going to see a stop sign. This will be a place where you're going to peer conference and have some conferencing with your teacher, who will tell you more about that when it comes up.